$1.5 million deficit. We inherited infrastructure that was falling apart. So many streets were in bad shape.
Right, exactly.
And also there was a open drug market up on Terrace Avenue.
Yeah, I know that.
And there's a lot of issues in
And you helped remove a lot of that, especially when you put that situation out there where the police cars were looking for people to come into the community, had no business. You put them up on the roof to make surveillances that they didn't know anything about. You did a good job. And the other part that I'd like you to tell the viewers about is the one where you're not going to run away to run for some office. You're here to help the people, isn't that right?
This is it for me. I'm, here for the duration. I want to end my political career as the mayor. I have no ambition to go any higher. Hempstead is my home, my children, my wife, and we want to see Hempstead turn into a great place for everyone to live.
Well, so far you've done a good job. But the unfortunate thing is a lot of folk out there who go so busy going to work don't look at the everyday things you do. Give them an idea what your plan is for the future for Hempstead.
Well, our plan for the Hempstead future is to continue the financial recovery of the village of Hempstead. And definitely, we eliminated the deficit. We have a surplus now of $7.2 million. And that in turn will make the next fiscal year, which begins in June, we have a zero tax increase. And also we plan to do the development up there on the 26 acres in Main Street. And also we want to continue working with the local and federal law enforcement to expand the Terrace Avenue initiative. Now it's on Terrace Avenue. We eliminated the open drug market. The residents up there on Terrace Avenue are telling everyone that it is much better than it was 2 years ago, even 4 years ago. And we want to expand that because we know there's other hot spots. So we have one community, and we're going after another community until every community in the village of Hempstead has a good quality of life. So that's what we're working on. So we also, there's the green. We want to do some solar panel hybrid cars. We want to continue fixing the streets in Hempstead because there's so much more to do. And the thing is that you can't get everything done in 4 years because we have inherited such a infrastructural financial disaster. And now that we're moving Hempstead forward, we want to continue to bring it back.
What do you say to the viewers about the other candidates? I understand you're a decent person and you don't lie or mismanage anything. What do you think about the Republican situation that's running against you?
Well, unfortunately in politics they have to, try to slander you, and basically that's what they've been doing. They accuse me of fiscal mismanagement. They accuse me of raising taxes 20%, neglecting the parks and the roads. And the funny thing is that when we talk about candidate Clark, he was on the board for 12 years, deputy mayor of Honor. He never said no to a tax increase. So on his tenure as deputy mayor and trustee, he raised tax 109%. Jim Garner raised tax 271%. On his 16 years. They're saying I neglected the parks, but since I've been in office, I fixed up all the baseball fields. I got $1 million artificial turf over at Lincoln Park. Also, we renovated Lincoln Park Pool, and we're doing the upgrade. And in my stimulus plan, I want to build an $8 million recreation center up there on Edmund Shell Park, right over Terrace Avenue. So, and Garner, well, he raised taxes so high, and he left us wanting to run for Congress. So he knew that it was time to get out of Dodge. So, and he said, I'm out of here, and he was going to leave the village of Hempstead in a mess. And the thing, see, God is a just God, because he didn't let him win. He had to stay, finish his time out. And then he decided to run again for mayor after he wanted to get out of town. So, they have to do what they have to do, and that's what, elections are about.
Right.
I don't really think that the residents are that naive to believe that he's going to come back and he's going to do all the things he said he's going to do, or even so with Lance, because they all know that they had their time. This is a democratic time now. My record speaks for itself.
I want the viewers to also understand that you have something planned right now that can affect what we call the economic development situation in Hempstead. Entrepreneurship. There's a lot of opportunities for people in this community to get to work. And you're trying to do that. Why don't you give them a little idea about that?
In conjunction with the community development and Black Women Enterprise and the Long Island Partnership, we have a small business loan. They come to the community development, and if with a business plan, if they don't have a business plan, then we refer them to the Long Island Partnership, or also the Black Women Enterprise, that will help them make up a business plan. And they come in and we'll get, it's like a $20,000 loan to get them started. And anyone could really get it, start up their own business if they want to. And one of the interesting things that we're trying to do here with development is that any developer that comes in here, we want them to train our young people in apprenticeship programs, that be it plumbing, electrical, or carpentry. So in order for them to, for us to agree for them to come in, they have to agree to the apprenticeship. The development up on Main Street at the old Ford place has agreed to that, and they're working in conjunction with Hempstead High School and BOCES. So they're going to train 10 young people from the high school for those positions. And we think that, we know that if they do that, these young people will be productive citizens and might be able to live into their country.
Well, God bless you, Mayor Hall, because your mind and your heart is in the right place. You're not a person running for mayor. You're a person running to help the people in the village of Hempstead as we see it. And you're not saying that you have an agenda outside of well, won't go there because it's not fair, but you are fair. You're fair to your constituents. You're here to help the community, the village, and another 4 years will be something that this village definitely needs under your management. Okay? God bless you.